Can we talk about that again? I remember when we did the running seminar. I forgot what it was now. What were the 3 steps we did? It was first, it was just like the ability to move.
Yeah, so comprehensive capacity.
Comprehensive capacity.
Yep.
Then it was load.
Yep.
And then volume.
Yep, and then volume.
Okay. Could you explain it in your own words, how that all ties together?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the essence of pretty much everything when it comes to prehab, right? Okay. So prehab stuff, really the idea isn't so much that you need to have them just do things passively. They need to figure out what that movement looks like.
Okay.
And the muscles that are necessary to produce that movement or support that movement, which is kind of the comprehensive capacity.
Right.
Once they've identified that, once they've figured that out, once they've resolved that, then you can start adding load to that movement or to that exercise or to that area. And so that's building load capacity, right? So, adding an external load is how you develop better load capacity, getting back to doing work. Now, once you've started to develop some load capacity, then you need to do some volume training because you need to have a baseline fitness that allows you to do that work repetitively, right?
And to be scalable.
And to be scalable. So that's where volume or scaling volume is so important. So, yes, that's pretty much the essence of everything that we do when it comes to prehab or return to our performance is that we look at what can your body do?
Yeah.
How well can your body support itself and do that movement? What does that look like when we introduce an external stressor or load? And then what does that look like when we're building volume with that external stressor and
Could
load?
we go into a specific example of that whole sequence with running? Like, what's a common thing? We said plantar fasciitis or Achilles tendonitis.
Right. So you can a lot of what we call tendinopathies, or so that includes plantar fasciitis and Achilles stuff. But tendinopathies are really it's kind of a broad term for any injuries of the foot and ankle or tendons of the foot and ankle associated with repetitive stress.
Right.
So again, most of these injuries are repetitive stress in nature. But there's also a strong correlation to lack of load capacity or lack of overall comprehensive capacity, meaning that if you train too aggressively, if your volume of your miles increases too quickly, you run the risk of injuries, injuring these tendons and ligaments. So return to performance after these types of injuries. What I would do first is really getting the body to just tolerate the load, right? Single leg standing, doing a calf raise.
So that's the capacity first or load first? That's
comprehensive capacity.
Okay.
Right? So comprehensive capacity would be doing like a calf raise.
Okay.
Right? So a calf raise isn't just the foot and ankle coming up and down.
Right.
It's the gastroc doing work. It's the soleus doing work. It's the quad and the hamstring all supporting the joint. It's the glutes supporting you. So in order for you to do that single leg, right?
So like in layman term, it's just being able to understand
body
term awareness.
Is comprehensive capacity is really looking at
specific to running.
Yeah, so so specific to running. So when we're doing like a plantar fascia type issue, what we see is that by having all those other muscles from your hip all the way down to the actual area that's injured, when they can all work together without an external load, that's what comprehensive capacity is. Right? Having all these muscles working together to produce a movement that supports a run.
Right. So step one is that.
Step one is that. Really getting all these muscles to work together and also to perform that movement flawlessly, right? Smoothly.
What would you be looking for in that calf raise?
One, you want to look at fluidity. Is it smooth? Is it a smooth movement? Is it choppy? Are they compensating? Are they rolling their foot? Try to shy away from loading that area.
Okay.
So anything that's going to be out of the ordinary, like if you had an injury, right? There's a certain way you'd probably move to try to shy away from
compensation.
Stressing that. Yeah. So you look for compensations. Once you've kind of identified that there aren't, then you can start adding load, right? So you can add a kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever, and have them do a calf raise like that, or
external stimulus on top of that.
And so the volume training will come. Now you can do high reps, or you can do static holds with that load, right?
Okay.
So you can,
or in other words, time under tension.
time under tension, right? So that's how you can adjust for volume, and that's how you can adjust for capacity as well, right? So you can increase someone's capacity not just by obviously tacking on more weight and having to move more weight, but also you can work on how well they can hold and maintain those contractions under and maintain that tension under load.
I have to really say, after that seminar, it truly changed my type of training as well.